Hey, beautiful souls, are you a student on the cusp of your counselling journey? Or maybe even a seasoned professional working for somebody else but dreaming of launching your very own private practice? If so, I would love for you to join my incredible coaching membership today. It's tailor-made for therapists just like you, offering step-by-step support 24/7 because you know what, we're in this together. Plus, I've even got courses and CPD trainings included to help fuel your growth. I know, I love it so much and I hope you do too. Discover the path to your dream private practice your way. Dive into the supportive community and get some quick guidance, accountability, and real connections. It's your business and I've got your back. So join me now and make your dreams a reality. Head over to my website today. The link is in the show notes and the membership is called Private Practice 101. I'll see you there. Bye. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Private Practice with Soul podcast. This is the first podcast for counsellors that just don't align with the traditional approaches to business and that want to use their spiritual gifts, talents, and interests to create, you guessed it, a private practice with soul. So look, leave it to me to provide you with everything you need, including strategies that you can use to increase your income, reduce your workload, and of course, increase inquiries and referrals to your beautiful soul-led private practice. I love it so much. If you haven't done it already, grab your journal, grab your pen, and let's begin. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I know I was meant to record one of these on Wednesday last week and Saturday, but I'll tell you what, it has just been crazy over here, hasn't it, buddy? Yeah, Buddy's up and about and full of energy. He's very excited today, Buddy, my little Cavalier Cross Maltese. He's just turned 6 months last week and he got desexed. Very big deal, got his first tattoo in his little ear, so he's feeling very, emboldened by that, I think. Very energetic despite the sedation he was given to help him not be so rambunctious during his recovery. It seems like perhaps the vet tricked me and gave me a little bit of a placebo, judging by the energy levels of my puppy. And tonight, very exciting, we've got school. It's his first night at school and he's having private lessons. I know. It wasn't planned like that, it just turned out like that, but it sounds good, doesn't it? Yes, my puppy's having private tuition. It's just we were the only ones that enrolled in the course. But, of course, you're very special, darling. Of course you are. Yes. Okay, my mummy has to do this now. Okay, so I'm hearing a lot of talk online at the moment about there being a slump in appointments, a slump in bookings, a slump in income and revenue coming through to the practice. Revenue is the money that comes into the business. The income's what you pay yourself from the revenue. Anywho, I thought I've done episodes before on how you can generate additional income for your private practice. So I don't want to repeat what I've already said. I wanted to bring you some different ideas today that can help you. So I've got 3 and I'm just going to go through them super quickly so that you can, deploy them pretty quickly so that you can start, shifting the energy around this. So this could be very masculine, energy focused recording today for you, episode for you today. So I'm just going to dive straight in. First off, I think you should absolutely consider about pre-selling something. So it doesn't matter if it's going to be an event that you want to have for your business. Maybe it's going to be something like a workbook, this really amazing workbook that you're writing just for your clients, not for the whole world, but just for your clients. Maybe you're going to give them a workbook. So why don't you think about what you want to sell that workbook for? Think about what you can include in the workbook that would help them get a really good result, a really good outcome, and start promoting it. Just send them a little email and say, hey, I'm going to put this together. What do you think? If you want it, let me know. You can get it here. Now, all you'd have to do to sell that, of course, is let people know that you're going to put it together. Let them know the date that it will arrive, right? It's kind of like, one moment. He's run off with my sock. if I come back and I'm puffing, if you hear me puffing through this episode, it's because I hit stop when he's being mischievous, and then I come back and I'm puffing from that. So it's not you, it's me. And it turned out it wasn't my sock. It was he's got a rope ball with a handle on it, and it just looked like a black sock. Anywho, you're just going to have to let them know when they can buy it. So it's kind of like this, what I was saying before. It's kind of like maybe Apple are bringing out the new phone, or Samsung bringing out the new version of the Galaxy or something. They pre-sell it, right? It's like you can buy it now and you pick it up in 2 weeks or something like that. So we want to do something like that. And the easiest way for you to do that would just be to let your current clients know that you're creating this. So if you're a therapist in private practice, think about what you might include. Maybe your workbook's going to have some clickable links to other resources, or it's going to have clickable links to things like a meditation or a visualization or things like that. Okay. So pre-selling things. It might be pre-selling a ticket to a retreat. It could be pre-selling a seat to a summit. Maybe you haven't even created this summit yet. You know, I always believe you should sell things and then create them, because that's how you test the market. So many times I work with people who do the opposite. They go and they make these amazing courses. Like one lady I work with, she's made this really amazing course. I really love it. And she's put so much of her heart and soul into this course and spent so much money on things like the website and the graphics and the this, and she got copywriters to help her. It's amazing, but she can't sell it for love nor money because her clients aren't interested in it. She didn't test it first. So, and it's the same with other people that I work with, private practice owners that are saying, oh, you know, I'm going to do a retreat, and they go and they put deposits on venues and deposits on catering, and they go and, you know, book a yoga teacher to come along and the meditation teacher to come along and da-da-da-da-da. And then they start pushing it and promoting it on their socials, and maybe only one person joins, and it's not enough to cover their costs. They've got to cancel it and they've got to pay people back, and they're left out of pocket. Always, always, always pre-sell before you make anything. That's one thing that I learned the hard way. Hopefully it's going to save you time, energy, and $1 as well. Do please consider pre-selling. The second thing was to actually create a product and sell it straight away. So this is called, well, because you're selling it online, it's not actually a physical product. We call it a digital one, right? We don't call it an online one. We call it a digital one. And that could be anything from a planner to a journal to a set of affirmation cards to a meditation, a visualization. It could be an audio book, it could be an online membership, it could be a subscription-based email service, anything like that. But create that and create it as something that's low ticket. So low ticket, say under $100, or super low ticket might be under $30. And start selling that. Let people know that you've got that. So, you know, a really great one to do would be, you know, people pay to get an email from you, people pay to be in your membership, people pay to be in your Facebook group, people pay to get a 1-card reading from you every month, people pay to what else? There's so many things that you could be selling. Think about even things that you already give clients, like worksheets. And think about, if you're using other people's worksheets, think about what you like about those worksheets and what you don't, what you could do better or differently that would be better for your clients, and rework those sheets and adapt them to suit your clients and start selling worksheets. It's not hard. You can do it with a free Canva account, and you can start to list those products on your website. So you just jump into your GoDaddy account or your Wix or whatever you're using, and create a little tab that says shop. And then in there you would have, you know, a whole lot of things that might only be $5 for somebody to buy. But you will see that when they come in and they get the first little worksheet or the first workbook, then they usually want to get the second one and the third one and all of this. So this might be a fun project that you can do. If you have a diary that's got space in it at the moment and you've got time and you're thinking you need to fill it with all busy work that's going to keep you busy and make you feel tired, or will make you feel like, oh my gosh, I've been doing so much, but it's not actually bringing in any money, then these are the types of activities that you could do instead. Okay. There are seasons in your business. You know, I'm such a believer in this. I've spoken about it before. And maybe for many of us at the moment, this is just a winter period. Now, you can use a winter period in your business to do things like rest. Give yourself a break. If you think about everything that's happened to you, to your business this year, just since January, if you take a moment to reflect on everything that you've been through, I bet you might actually have a little bit of self-compassion, think, maybe I do need a break. And that's okay. You're allowed to have a break. It's safe for you to be in this space at the moment. Maybe the universe is saying something to you. And this is what a girlfriend and I were talking about briefly yesterday. She was sort of saying maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. And I was saying, yeah, that's what I've been thinking too. And I said to her, I'm just about to get in the bath with my chamomile and lavender essential oils. And I've got my journal and my pen and my cold glass of water. And I'm just going to journal this out. And I said to her, but I know what my higher self is going to say. And she's going to say to me, it's about trust. It's about surrender. It's about planting seeds. It's about tend and befriend. Like, you need to rest. You need to rest. And, maybe this isn't a time for doing more busy work. And maybe it's not a time for creating new things. Maybe it's just a time to focus on me and not the business. And that brings me back into like this whole idea of the feminine, right? You cannot be receiving if you are not connected with your feminine energy. So we've got the masculine and the feminine, very generally, very broadly speaking. Masculine energy is really all around goals, achievement, progress, checklists, plan, strategy, having all the things, the foundations in place that you need. The feminine is all about, okay, that's been taken care of and I do feel safe now. So I'm just going to trust. I'm just going to trust that this house is going to stay standing. I'm just going to trust that when I turn on the tap, the water's going to run. I'm just going to trust that when I flick this switch, the electricity is going to come on. I'm just going to trust that the door locks, And she's about connection. She's about making things beautiful. She's about indulgence. She's about beauty. She's about love. She's about moving from one thing to another. But mostly she's about receiving. Okay. The masculine is about providing, doing all of the things, but the feminine is about receiving. So if you are in a space that many of us are in at the moment, I want you to just have a think. Is it perhaps because you've been so focused on doing, that you haven't let yourself yet have enough of a break to just sort of sit back and receive? Okay. And do you know what? You're always receiving. Just like you're kind of always manifesting, you're always receiving. But whatever you put your attention on, you see more of. So if you're only focused on the lack of appointments, the lack of money coming in, the lack, you're going to see more lack. So what I want you to do is start to shift your attention onto, okay, what have I received today? Was it money? Was it an inquiry call? Did I actually get a booking today? Did I work with a client today? What else did I receive today? So really think about that receiving. And you don't have to have a gratitude journal. You can if you want to, but you can just have an exercise book where during the day, as things come in, just write down what you received. Right? Just call it the I received worksheet or the I received workbook. There's something you could pre-sell. The I received it workbook. And just, write down things as they come in. I received an inquiry. I received a compliment. I received this. And get better at noticing what's coming through, because then you're going to see more of it. But I will move on to my next one because I've got a client in 15 minutes. So, and you know me, I could talk the leg off a chair, seriously. The other thing that I want to share with you that can really help you get some extra money in at the moment is jump into your practice management software. If you're a therapist, if you're not a therapist and you're a coach or and you're using Calendly or Acuity or something like that, whatever diary system or booking system you're using where you can list your services and people will pay, you list your service and your fee, start adding products there, right? order bumps. Would you like fries with that? And make them relevant to your audience. So set it up so that these things appear at the time of them booking that appointment with you. So examples of upsells or would you like fries with that or order bumps that I love to use are things like if I'm selling something that's high ticket, then my upsell is going to be, would you like a coaching session with that? Just a one-off coaching session, which, as you know, I don't recommend doing one-off coaching sessions. I do them from time to time, but I don't recommend them. But anyway, you might think that you could call it an implementation session. So maybe they're buying something, high ticketish from you. And so your upsell is going to be, would you like an implementation session with that? And that's going to cost you this much. If you're selling a therapy session, it doesn't matter if it's social work or counselling or psychology, etc. You might say, would you like a assessment with that? Would you like, well, not a big assessment, obviously, but it might be like, would you like a screener with that? Would you like a supervision workbook with that? Would you like a therapy journal with that? Would you like a progress tracker with that? Would you like a habit tracker with that? All these kinds of things. They're not going to take you long to create. You can, as I said, you can absolutely use the free version of Canva to make all of these things. A lot of them are already made for you as well in Secret Weapon, and I will drop the link for that in the show notes. I'm in Secret Weapon and I'm an affiliate for it, and I love it so much. I tell everybody about it. But I've got a guide that will teach you all about how to set this stuff up if it's something that you're interested in. But Secret Weapon is a PLR portal where every single week you get new templates that you can resell. You can rebrand, resell them as your own. And they've got things in there like a therapy workbook, like habit trackers, like lifestyle diaries, like anxiety and depression journals, like affirmation cards. You can just take what they've already made, change the color, change the font, put your logo on it, totally rebrand it, and sell it as an order bump, as a would you like fries with that. And do you know what? Don't sell it for $37 or $97. If you have a low, like I would sell things for 7, 9, 11, 13, odd numbers. And I would just price it low, because when you do that, you start to increase the average order value, right? So it means that if you charge, just round figures, if you charge $100 for a session, now most of the time we know that probably, I don't know, 10% of people are going to take an order bump. But if you've got a really good order bump, like my order bump at the moment is the Essential Forms for Private Practice, probably about 50 to 60 people, every time I make a sale, they will tick that box and they'll buy the forms. So you've just got to understand. And do you know what? You've got to try creating a few different things first to find out what's going to land for your audience. But don't just try one thing and say after a week, oh, no one's buying it, I'll take it off. Don't. Leave it on there and add 2 or 3 more and just give them some options. And you will start to see over a period of 3 months or 6 months or 12 months what ones they really like. And you will eventually land on your unicorn, I promise you. So that's not hard to do in Halaxy, which is the software I use, for example. You can go and add products in there. So I definitely add products in there. And I would also put those products on my website. And I would also include those products in my follow-up emails. So when people do book a counselling session with you and you send them the confirmation email or you send them the welcome packet, also mention, by the way, if you didn't get it, I would recommend that you do because of these reasons, and talk about how it's going to help them get better quicker, or how it's going to help them get a result, faster, something like that. People don't want things for the sake of things, usually, unless you're me and you collect tarot cards and oracle cards. People are there because they want something fixed. They want something resolved. They want to have the pain go away. They want to feel better. They want some kind of result or outcome. So talk about why you recommend that if they didn't get it, they do, in terms of what they want. and include a link to it. And don't just do that in email number 4 or 5 in your sequence. Do it right in the first one, because usually the highest rate of opens will be on the first email. So don't hold back, okay? There's all these coaches that are going to tell you, oh, when people download your stuff, don't make an offer until email number 5 or 7 in your welcome sequence. But if you have a look at your data, if you're a data person, you have a look at your data, you will see that usually, not always, but usually the highest open rates are for your very first email. So it makes sense to mention this little upsell order bump thing in the very first email. Okay, so there are 3 things that you can do today while it's quiet. Set it up. And this is preparing your practice to receive more abundance in coming weeks and months, okay? Because guess what? It's going to get busy again in your practice. What you're going through now is temporary. Many of us are going through it, okay? Even I'm experiencing changes in my business at the moment, and I'm zigging to the zag and adapting and all those kinds of things. So it's not a time to panic. It's a time to look after yourself. It's a time to really restore your energy, really check in that you've got balance between the masculine and the feminine. And of course, buddy, hey. And of course, sorry, it's just chewing electrical cable while I'm talking to you, which is awesome. Puppy, good boy. I forget what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I will drop the links to Secret Weapon in the show notes. So if you want to hit pause, go down, you can check it out. You don't have to join. I just want you to see what's included. So if you don't have time, if you're sitting there saying, oh, Brooklyn, this all sounds amazing, sounds fantastic, but I work full time and I've got to be out of the house and I don't have then don't stress. You don't have to create things from scratch. Somebody else has gone and created them from scratch for you. All you have to do is change the colors and the fonts and put your logo on it. That's it, right? It's going to take you about 5 minutes and then you'll be able to sell it, buddy. And then you'll be able to sell it. All right. Have a wonderful week, everyone. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.